Hey folks, Georgia DJ here. Today I'm going to set up my tabletop facade, and I'm going to show you a way to stop this from falling off your DJ table. So I'm actually using the Grundorf 4-foot table facade on a 4-foot table, and I'm going to turn this curtain rod, there's a staple gun, some gaffers tape, and 2 heavy-duty straps, and basically make a contraption that will prevent this from being knocked off the table as a DJ. So the 4-foot facade is actually meant to, sit on a 4-foot table, but unfortunately, if someone came up or tapped your facade, or they could actually knock it out, and you got it falling off your table, both sides. Who wants that falling off in the middle of the show? So what we're gonna do is come up with a way to have it sit on the table and pretty much be in a situation where it won't be able to be knocked off. Simple as that. So I apologize up front. I've already done this. I talked to a buddy and he said, if you have this idea, you should share it with others, even though I know the facade's not that exciting, or the tabletop facade's not that exciting. As you can see, I'll put some lights up there, and I'll put a link into the description of the last video I did. But what I did is basically I made 2 slots on either side for the end of those curtain rods to go. So I won't be actually doing it with you, but I'm going to show you how I did it. So the first thing I did is I laid it on the side, and I just needed to measure out where I wanted my little slots to be on either end of the DJ table or tabletop facade. And I want that bar to be inside of the legs or the feet of my DJ controller. Now I use some heavy duty Velcro straps, but you could use something probably medium duty. And I made basically just like a little loop here. And then I made another section down here, cut some more material, made a little loop there. That staple is in place with a staple gun. And as you can see, I just chose to cover it in some gaffers tape. And of course, I opened up the other side. This is already done. And I did the same thing on both sides. And then I set the table top facade up in the position that it's going to be when I'm DJing. Now this is a little longer curtain rod, but I used a 2-foot curtain rod, covered in gaffers tape, and basically ended up with one of these on either side. I then took my little curtain rod and I slide it under that little slot that I made. And you can see that will just pretty much keep the board or the tabletop side straight on the table, and then the rod will rest on the table. And of course, I did the same on the opposite side. Of course, mine are measured out, but basically connected these 2 together and put a little backstop here so that it couldn't push any further in than I needed it to keep this end flush with the edge of the table. Actually come in probably about 1/8 of an inch, but to keep it pretty flush. And you just simply connect it like a regular curtain rod, and then push it in as far as you need it to go. And then I added this little Velcro strap actually on both, and I looped that through here. cut through there and tighten it up. So now that tape prevents you from pushing inward and the Velcro from pulling outward. But there's still a little bit of play, but if it was to slide off, that rod will prevent it from falling over. I have to fix for that as well. So I noticed that my controller almost touches the rod, so I built up with a little bit of strap and tape on either side where the controller will actually now sit on this rod and prevent the facade from moving at all. Let me show you how that looks. So now that my case is sitting on there, I'm putting pressure on this curtain rod. Again, it's covered in gaffers tape, or you could use duct tape or electrical. We pretty much have no play at all. I can't pull out because of the Velcro straps holding everything together, and I can't push in. And as you can see, pretty tight all the way around. Someone comes up and leans on the table, this isn't going anywhere. You're not gonna be able to knock it over. Let me show you how it looks when I put my lights on it. You pull this off, you can do it while it's on there or later. It's just a matter of unstrapping it, pull these two pieces off, stick these in your box or case or whatever you're carrying your tabletop facade. Really easy to use. I know the tabletop facade is not the most popular way of DJing, it's probably outdated, you know, but if you have one or are thinking about getting one and you're worried about it falling off the table, hope this video helps you. I'm George the DJ, and as always, thanks for watching.